Welcome to North Carolina Poetry Out Loud for the 2018-2019 school year. My name is Lauren Smith, and I am the State Coordinator for Poetry Out Loud right here in North Carolina. This video is intended for teachers who are joining the program for the first time or for those who've participated in the past that would like a refresher course. The video will cover key points and information relevant to participating in the program as a classroom teacher. Classroom teachers really are the heart of this program, and I'm so excited to support your journey with this wonderful program throughout the school year. My contact information is included on the last slide of this video, and I'd like to invite you to contact me at any point with questions or concerns. Now, let's get started. In this video, we will cover quite a bit of information about getting involved in the Poetry Out Loud program. First, we'll talk about what Poetry Out Loud is and how it's structured. We'll also talk about who is eligible to participate and how you, as a classroom teacher, get your students involved. We'll also answer some frequently asked questions about the program. First, we'll begin by talking about the basics of the Poetry Out Loud program. Poetry Out Loud is a national poetry recitation competition. Any student in grades 9 through 12 in the state of North Carolina is eligible to participate in the competition at our state level. 8th graders who are enrolled in a high school level English class may also participate, but otherwise only high school students are eligible. Students who attend any kind of school are eligible. Public schools, private schools, and charter schools are all equally eligible, as are students who are homeschooled. The program is free for students in schools to participate, regardless of the type of school. This program is sponsored by the National Endowment for the Arts, or the NEA, and the Poetry Foundation. In North Carolina, it is also made possible by the North Carolina Arts Council and produced in collaboration with Triad Stage in Greensboro. So, how does Poetry Out Loud work? The program includes a pyramid-style competition, which means that students compete at various levels, which we'll review in a moment, advancing to larger scale competitions as they go. First, students will work at the classroom level. Work at this level often begins with the classroom English or drama teachers incorporating the study of poetry, which is also included in the North Carolina Standard Course of Study and the Common Core, into their curriculum. Students study poetry and have the opportunity to select poems that resonate with them. We'll talk about the selection process in a moment. The NEA has lots of great resources and lesson plans available to use directly or as inspiration for incorporating poetry into English or drama curriculum. Classroom teachers then organize a classroom competition within their English classes to determine a winner. This winner advances to the school competition. Next, students participate at a school level, with the winners of the classroom contests competing to be the school Poetry Out Loud champion. Next, all of the school champions advance to a county contest where they will compete for the title of Poetry Out Loud champion of their specific county. All county champions then advance to the state semifinals in Greensboro. Students will compete in a regional semifinal on the morning of Saturday, February 16th, 2019. The top 3 students from each of the 3 regional semifinals, so 9 total students, advance to the state finals the same afternoon. The top 2 students in the finals receive prize money and memberships to North Carolina poetry organizations. The state champion will advance to the national semifinals and final competition in Washington, D.C. from April 29th to May 1st, 2019. Now that we've reviewed how the competition works as a whole, let's talk about the role of the classroom teacher in Poetry Out Loud. Classroom teachers are really at the heart of making this program happen for their students. As a classroom teacher in Poetry Out Loud, you will work to incorporate poetry into your curriculum and organize your classroom competition. The NEA provides excellent resources, all available at www.poetryoutloud.org, for integrating the study of poetry into classroom curriculum. The unit for Poetry Out Loud can be accomplished in about 2 to 3 weeks of instructional time. If you're new to teaching poetry, these resources are invaluable. And if you already teach poetry in your classroom, you're well on your way to hosting a Poetry Out Loud competition. As an individual classroom teacher, you may also serve in the role as a school lead teacher. This person takes on additional responsibilities, serving as the point of contact between the state coordinator and other teachers who participate within your school. This person takes on additional responsibilities, serving as the point of contact between the state coordinator and the other teachers who participate within the school. This person registers their school to participate, recruits other teachers to enter the program with them, and organizes the school level competition. You will also likely work with a county coordinator. someone who will coordinate the competition for all participating schools within a county. This person is most often a teacher at a school that's been involved with Poetry Out Loud for a number of years, but can also be a district-level administrator, someone who works at a public library, or another interested community member. Getting started with Poetry Out Loud can sound a little bit overwhelming at the beginning. However, many teachers who participate in POL for 1 year decide to participate again and again because the program offers such a rich experience for them and their students. Many teachers incorporate poetry instruction in just 2 to 3 weeks of their instructional time, and they use poetry to teach other key standards and information that they would already be reviewing in their classes. As mentioned previously, another asset at your disposal are a number of comprehensive online resources, all available through poetryoutloud.org. These include a teacher's guide, sample lesson plans, and score sheets that you can use for your classroom and school competition, as well as lots of video of poetry recitations to serve as inspiration for your students. You will also receive a hard copy of the teacher's guide in the mail once your school is registered for the program. Additionally, you'll receive hard and electronic copies of a flyer you can use to recruit students to participate, as well as a detailed timeline with all of the program's dates and other important information. Lastly, don't hesitate to seek support from other teachers at your school, your lead teacher, your county coordinator, and the state coordinator. All of these individuals can and are usually happy to serve as resources as you get POL started in your school for the first time. Now that we've answered some basic questions about the Poetry Out Loud program, let's talk about how you can get your school involved in this opportunity. If you have never participated in Poetry Out Loud before, welcome. The first step towards getting POL started at your school is registering your school to participate. You can do this on an easy electronic form that you can access at www.triadstage.org/learning, then by clicking on the Poetry Out Loud link. Registration will be available starting on August 13th, 2018. You may want to take a look at this form to make sure that you have all the information you'll need to fill it out. This information includes contact information for you, as well as a list of other teachers that you think are likely to participate, and a few statistics about the students that your school serves. It's always more fun to do something with friends. Before and after you register, recruit colleagues and students to participate in the program. Recruiting other teachers at your school to participate with their classrooms ensures the most exciting and rigorous experience for your students. English, drama, enrichment, and special education teachers are all great partners for Poetry Out Loud. Once you are registered and ready to go, it's time to make plans to incorporate poetry into your curriculum and plan your classroom and school competitions. Many teachers have found that it's easiest to select dates for these events as close to the beginning of the school year as possible, and also to select inclement weather dates just in case a competition were to be canceled due to snow or other severe weather. If you have participated in Poetry Out Loud before, welcome back. Much of this information may be a review for you, but it's always good to have a refresher course before the beginning of a new school year. If you're a returning teacher, we recommend that you check out our What's New in 1819 video, which will detail some of the changes in structure from previous years. These changes are not massive and are designed to make the competition more streamlined and more accessible across the state. You can locate this video on the Poetry Out Loud page of Triad Stage's website. Next, you can register your school like normal. Again, this form is available on www.triadstage.org/learning, then by clicking on Poetry Out Loud and finding the registration form. Returning teachers are a great resource for recruiting new teachers in schools to participate. Find ways to get more teachers in your building involved, talk to your district administration about the positive outcomes of the program, and explain how you think POL could benefit other schools in your area. If you have friends or colleagues that teach in other areas of North Carolina, definitely invite them too. Next, let's answer some questions that teachers often have about the program structure. What if I'm the only teacher participating in my school? That's no problem. Many schools in North Carolina have school competitions that are managed by one classroom teacher. This just means that you'll automatically become the lead teacher for your school, and that you'll also coordinate the school competition as well as the classroom contests. What if we are the only school participating in our county? Also not a problem. Many of North Carolina's counties only have one high school, or only one high school that participated in Poetry Out Loud. If you're the only school participating in your county, that means that your school winner will automatically advance to the state semifinals. It also means that the lead teacher from your school will automatically serve as the de facto county coordinator. Can Poetry Out Loud be an extracurricular activity instead of an in-class activity? Technically, the answer to this question is yes. There are a number of schools who run POL as an after-school poetry club or as part of a drama club or speech and debate program. However, it's highly recommended that POL be incorporated into classroom instruction if at all possible. This offers students who might not know that they are interested in the competition to be exposed to poetry and to discover a program they might not have elected into on their own. I teach at a private or charter school. Can we participate? Yes. All high school students from public, private, and charter schools are eligible to participate in Poetry Out Loud. I homeschool. Can my child participate? Yes. Homeschool students are eligible to participate as well. If you're part of a cooperative, it is helpful if multiple families participate in Poetry Out Loud together so that you can have the equivalent of a school competition within the cooperative itself. The winner of that level would then advance to the appropriate county competition based on where the cooperative is based. If the cooperative spans more than one county, we would use the student's address to determine the county competition that they would participate in. If you are an individual homeschool parent or family, you can email the state coordinator, Lauren Smith, at the email listed on the last slide of this video. You will then be connected with a school lead teacher or county coordinator in your area, and arrangements can be made from there. I'm a student, but my school doesn't participate in Poetry Out Loud. Can I? Good question. First, definitely get in touch with your English or drama teacher and see if they would be willing to register your school to participate. You can use the resources on the poetryoutloud.org website to make a case for why you want to do the program and the benefits you think it could bring to your classroom or school. You might also talk to your principal or another administrator about the program and see if they would be willing to coordinate a school competition. If this route doesn't work, you can contact the state coordinator, whose email is listed on the last slide of this video, to discuss possible further action steps. Is the program accessible for students with differing abilities? Yes, absolutely. Poetry Out Loud is designed to be accessible for students who may require or benefit from a variety of accommodations. You can find more information about accessibility at www.poetryoutloud.org, then by clicking on Teaching Resources, then clicking on Accessibility. How do I know what poems are eligible for the competition? You can find information about poem eligibility on the www.poetryoutloud.org website by clicking on the competition, then Rules and Eligibility. You can also find information about student eligibility here. All poems that are in the online anthology, which changes yearly, or the print anthology, which was published a number of years ago, are eligible for the competition. Students at the state and national level must choose 3 poems. One of these poems should be written before the 20th century. The website will help students know which poems fulfill this category as well. Additionally, one of the students' poems must be 25 lines or fewer. One of the students' 3 poems can fulfill both of these requirements, and it may be the 3rd poem that the student chooses to recite. There are a number of dates and deadlines to keep in mind as you consider participating in Poetry Out Loud. The first and most important deadline is the registration deadline, which is Friday, November 2nd, 2018. All schools must be registered by this day in order to be eligible for participation in Poetry Out Loud during the 2018-2019 school year. There are 2 deadlines that will require you to submit information to the state coordinator. These dates are Friday, January 11th, when you will be required to submit your school winner's information to the state coordinator via a form that will be sent out via email in December. The second deadline is Friday, January 25th, which is the deadline for submitting the county winner to the state coordinator. Collecting the county winner's information will be a collaboration between the county coordinator, school lead teacher, individual classroom teacher, and the student themselves. Your county coordinator will also likely need information about your school winner earlier than the first deadline, and they will be in contact with you or your school's lead teacher about these additional dates. Mark your calendars for Saturday, February 16th, 2019. The state semifinals and final competition will take place on this day at Triad Stage in Greensboro. Additionally, the national competition, which the state champion will attend, will be held from April 29th to May 1st in Washington, D.C. Hopefully, this video has given you the essential information you need to get started with Poetry Out Loud at your school. If you have additional questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact North Carolina Poetry Out Loud State Coordinator Lauren Smith at lauren@triadstage.org.